Girls and dolls are inseparable, but for all the wrong reasons. Dolls are nothing like toys directed at boys, which take on many forms, but conveniently leave out looks. But for girls, society promotes dolls as our mini-me, pushing us to follow societal standards that girls who look presentable are worth more to society. Thus, dolls are a deliberate mirror, hinting at girls how they are supposed to look, how they want to look. While most girls outgrow their doll phase, the pressure they feel to conform lasts a lifetime. As young girls, we are conditioned early on to be a reflection of our doll. We notice her painted lips and blush. We are given a brush to style her hair to look silky and picture perfect. Her outfits are pretty, pink, and feminine, and there are hundreds of them. And sharing your doll is always looking her best. And too often, dolls are produced to be one size, ability, or overwhelmingly one shade. When girls look at their doll, they notice their reflection is nothing like their mini-me. Our hair is frizzy and our closet is nothing like Barbie's. During ages 8 through 12, I remember girls exclaiming in locker room mirrors that they are unattractive because of their skin or lips or legs. But we were just kids, and the idea that a kid is ugly is so unbelievably damaging because it shows that already young girls feel the pressure to look like grown women. Sure, girls at this age start experimenting with makeup, but how much of it is a genuine interest and how much of it is girls being pressured to paint their lips so they can finally feel worth as much as the price tag on their doll? When I was 11, I often found myself pinching at my cheeks to get that blushy look my beautiful doll had, but the pain on my skin was only plastic to her. If dolls are marketed as a girl's best friend, then why does she make us feel so insecure? Why do the accepted forms of beauty fit into such a small box where girls must leave their self-worth behind to fit inside, to feel whole? Whether intended or not, the reality is dolls have become a tool to ensure girls follow beauty standards. If our mini-me looks beautiful, then we must become her to seek the approval of the society who manufactures these standards. Some doll companies educate girls on history, but so often that education shifts to looks. When we look at colonial outfits for dolls, we see her lace-up bodice, but we don't see the fractured ribs lying beneath or the cries of defying these standards that were silenced because her corset was crushing her lungs. Society has always valued women who are presentable, because the ultimate goal for a woman was to attract a man. But before women get engaged, putting on a corset, makeup, and dress seems to be the only power we have had over our bodies for much of history. Here's a piece of women's history for you. 18th century feminist Mary Wollstonecraft exclaimed, "Taught from infancy that beauty is women's scepter, the mind shapes itself to the body, and roaming around its gilt cage only seeks to adorn its prison." 250 years later, dolls and their beauty still hold girls hostage. So how do we stop girls from feeling like they have to compete with their doll? How can we begin to take on a doll company that mass produces these beauty standards towards millions of girls? Some doll companies with expensive dolls may discourage drawing on your doll because you're ruining her manufactured beauty. In reality, that suggestion just pushes the same narrative that maintaining beauty is more important than representing what girls really look like. But really, girls should feel comfortable with customizing their doll any way they like, because the doll belongs to them. Make her hair frizzy, use a marker to give her acne, uneven brows, scars, wrinkles, or stretch marks. That may decrease the value of a doll to outsiders, but it's not about outside impressions. It's about girls resisting beauty standards they didn't even know they were prisoners to. A doll's beauty is manufactured, and girls, who are shamed by society until they are gorgeous, are real. All girls deserve to feel wonderful for being different, and to grow into women who don't need to bargain to hold on to their self-worth. Already there's been change. Instead of following the stories that doll companies produce, we are using YouTube and Instagram to show off dolls who are more diverse than what comes off the assembly lines. These platforms reflect a more accurate portrayal of doll lovers because they are created by us. Creators, it is up to us to tell stories that have not gotten proper representation. Doll companies may be too afraid to make a Girl of the Year whose first crush is another girl, or is deaf, trans, in a wheelchair, or fighting for social justice, all because that would hurt their profits. But those girls are real, and their stories deserve to be reflected for all to see. Girls, it is time to use dolls to paint your faces with pride.